So I've been talking a lot over the years about you can't define a intermediate cartridge because a whole bunch of things. One of the biggest single reason is the engineering. I saw this on Forgotten Weapons. You see those two holes at the top of the barrel? Those point back towards the firing chamber. That ribbed area forward to the left, that's actually the muzzle. As the gun fires, the bullet just clears the chamber, and then some of the gas is vented out those two ports. Now, the argument has been that battle rifle rounds are much, much more powerful. Well, here's an example of a pistol that they very intentionally made less powerful. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about the design itself. That same principle could be applied to anything up to it, possibly a 30 millimeter gun, and you could get whatever bullet characteristics you want. You want a bullet that literally drops out at the end of the barrel, gets to the end of the barrel, and then kind of tumbles forward a couple of feet because that's all the more power it's got behind it. You could theoretically do that. Now, of course, I say theoretically because pragmatically, that's not going to happen, ever. But taking something like, say, a 30-06, which is generally accepted as the rifle cartridge, and putting ports in it like these to bleed off some of the gas the way you want it to, would definitely take your 30-06 capable of reaching, say, I believe their maximum effective range is 1/4 mile, and down to 100 feet, maybe 100 yards, well within anything that's ever been described as intermediate, and for that matter, on the long end of a pistol cartridge. Now, of course, where and how you put those ports in would make a huge difference. If you put 4 or 5 ports in right at the firing chamber, like in this case, you may not get anything out of the barrel. You may have effectively a squib round. On the other hand, if you put the last port at the very end of the barrel before you hit the gas port, and another one, say, 1/4 of the way down, and a halfway down, and 3/4 of the way down, and then the last one right there at the firing chamber, you may get exactly the ballistic characteristics that you're looking for. Ironically enough, I had foreseen the idea of putting ports directly into the barrel for a absolutely suppressed gas-operated gun, and not for a recoil management system. That had never occurred to me. That's the actual purpose of these ports. But it does reduce the range and power of the round. And now you put that same principle into a rifle and you get the same results. Keep calm and mandatory carry on.